This feels very formal.
We've got a big decision to make.
It's been a lot of internal debate about our lives, and
We thought we had it nailed,
our heads are also not 100% in the game.
but after breakdowns, endless miles, and too many days buried in the engine room,
Here, that's a crack. I was like, what the hell is going on right there?
the fatigue is real, and clarity in our minds slips away.
I mean, it's just a freaking piece of...
The stakes couldn't be higher, as the choice we have coming up will shape our next chapter. Should we leave Delos in Fiji, or sail her to Australia? That's the question.
I decided to start taking a look at the generator.
So, apart from our generator breaking in half, we also had an issue with the brushes that activate the field coils, which allow the generator to make electricity. It's called the exciter.
When you push that one in, it's a spring, right? It's a brush.
Yeah.
This one is like
Yes, it's completely popped
melted
out.
and stuck.
Welding the mounting plate back together was an obvious fix, but I still needed to figure out how to cobble the brush back together for the exciter, and ordering a new part in just wasn't an option for us. Time for some MacGyvering skills again, otherwise all the other work would be for nothing.
So I've got some spare brushes that I've carried around for years that I'm gonna try and cannibalize and get this thing working, so at least I can test it, and maybe it'll even run until I have a chance for this part to get shipped in, which should be about 2 weeks. So I've taken the springs off of this brush, and I need to file this out a little bit so that it slides nicely in there, and then maybe I'll fill this in with a little bit of epoxy or JB Weld. We'll see.
Said and done. This little piece is the key, because if I can't make it work, all the effort and countless hours we spent this week on the generator will be for nothing. I'll admit, it's a tricky one, but I do enjoy the challenge. And if it works, all the effort will pay off in cruising gold. Now that the pieces are back from the welder here in Naui, it's time for the moment of truth. I'm going to attach the welded mounting plate to the generator, tighten it down, and get it back where it belongs, in the stinking engine room.
It's nice, no noises, no wobbling. Seems smooth. Yep. That's a win. Okay. 83 foot-pounds.
Oh boy, better hold on.
60. I wonder why it was so fucking tight. There we go.
What once felt impossible is finally happening before our eyes. The generator is ready to go back in. But as always, that's the easy bit. Remember that maze of cables and connections from the last episode? Well, now it's finally time to trace it all back and try and hook them up, in reverse.
So Brian has been stuck in the engine room pretty much all week, which means that it's been pretty much full on for me too, just juggling work and homeschooling. And if you've seen the title and thumbnail of this video, you know we also got some pretty big decisions to make. And I don't know about you guys, but when I finally lay down in bed at night, that's when my brain just starts like racing. Like my body's tired, but I just can't seem to switch off. And I'm definitely the kind of person that if I don't get like a solid 8 hours, Brian can tell you, but I'm just like not the most fun version of myself, let's put it that way. That's why I'm really excited to tell you guys about today's sponsor, which is AGC. So I see this as like the nighttime partner to AG1, which you guys know we've been drinking for years now. And AGC just fits really well into my nightly routine. So where I used to have like a cup of tea, I now have this. It's melatonin free and made with clinically studied ingredients that helps your body like relax naturally. Magnesium to calm your mind, ashwagandha for stress, and lemon balm and valerian root for deep sleep. My favorite flavor is the chocolate, and I love to mix it with 8 ounces of oat milk, froth it up, and drop in a big cube of ice. And it's become such a little cozy, like ritual kind of before I go to bed. So I've been drinking it for a few weeks now, and honestly, I definitely notice a difference. I stay asleep more through the night, and you know, just like waking up feeling more refreshed. And I think because you get a solid night's sleep, like you just wake up in a better mood, and I just feel less stressed in general in the day. So if you are like me and like to get that solid 8 hours of sleep, AGC is definitely worth it. You can grab some by clicking our link in the description or the QR code right here on the screen. And if you do, you will even get one of these free little nifty frothers with your first purchase. Okay, I think we're back to Brian in the engine room.
How's it going down there?
Oh my god, Kaz.
Oh.
We're pretty gross. It's like a sauna down here, a man sauna.
You're so dirty.
It's not pleasant.
Look at my hands, like I've been swimming. That's how much left.
God.
The best, Bill's the best friend ever. Unlimited cheeseburgers and beers for Bill.
Woohoo! We'll work for cheeseburgers.
So now you're just trying to fit it back in, huh?
Well, you're supposed to do this in a factory with a crane and an overhead room and
Yeah.
all sorts of shit. I'm sure.
Look at his face.
Do I look like a crazy person?
You look like you worked in a coal mine your whole life.
There's nothing to put the gear puller around, right? Because it's just plastic, so I think I have to do it from the hub, which is metal. Where'd my light go?
It's so wet.
That's...
Here, give me a hug, Cuz.
Sorry, that's all.
Yeah, hug me, Cuz.
There are plenty of giggles and laughter along the way, but the truth is, we poured in more sweat and tears than we'd like to admit. To be honest, this was one of the toughest projects I've taken on in a very long time.
Okay,
What's
that
happening?
took a little while. Look at this. That is just sweat, Kaz.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
How is it going?
Well, we got it. We finally got the generator portion aligned with the engine
Okay.
on the back and on the front. So that was our major milestone. Now I just got to tighten everything down, and I can start putting all the pieces back in. But I'm super hungry and a little
Yeah.
dizzy. I think I'm gonna go get something to eat.
Let's go up to the pool, Sierra.
Let's go to the pool. We'll go buy Bill a cheeseburger for helping us.
Yeah.
And Dad, I think you have to have a shower.
You think? I think you're right.
This is one of the absolute highlights of this marina. It's just really like open and nice and fresh, and the water is really hot. So me and Sierra have been taking quite a lot of very long, very nice showers after the pool. It is such a treat to be able to have like long hot showers. So yeah, huge plus, and everybody's just raving. It's so funny because whenever we came in, everybody was just like, oh, you have to check out the showers. Everybody knows that these are like the best showers around.
Well, I was finally taking the most well-deserved of showers, and don't worry, I'll spare you from watching that. The girls were back at the pool, splashing around and playing after a full day of homeschooling. But dreams don't last long. Before I knew it, I was back in the engine room, pushing forward and trying to make progress on the project.
Okay, I just looked at the time, and I think Brian has been in the engine room for about 8 hours today. We took an hour lunch break. How is this going, Brian? It's getting dark. How are you feeling?
I made progress. I mean, I got the really difficult part done today. I got the generator part mounted up to the engine, and I've got it bolted down onto the mount, so I'm just putting the last bolt in right now. That's all lined up. And then tomorrow I'll have to hook up all the wires and the electronics and stuff, and then see if that brush that I kind of hacked together will work.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's as far as I can take it if that brush doesn't work, and then we'll have to wait until we get that part in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to shower
Yeah.
and to lay down.
At least they have really nice hot
Yes,
showers here.
although if they saw me go in their nice showers like this, their luxury amenity showers, they'd probably be like, oh, those Delos people, so disgusting. I just almost like I should take a shower before I go into the shower.
And speaking of progress, as we mentioned before, we have a huge decision to make regarding Delos. There's not really a wrong choice here, but this one single decision will have cascading effects on our future plans.
Okay, this feels very formal.
Yeah, we don't often sit down and talk like this, but I don't know, it's been a lot of internal debate lately about our lives and what's going on, and we've come to a decision. I mean, it wasn't something that we took lightly. Basically, we've been talking about for a long time what to do with Delos. You know, our purpose was to come back, to get her fixed up, to get her back in the water, and then to get her out of French Polynesia before we had to pay taxes. And
which we've done, right?
we did that, and now the next decision is, now where do we go? What do we do? Do we sail her all the way to Australia?
Yeah.
Do we leave her in Fiji and leave her in a marina, and then deal with like leaving the boat, putting her away again, and then potentially having to come back, bring all the systems back up online.
Yeah.
You know,
And also
doing
having
flights
that
and also
back.
leaving
Yeah.
Australia, right? Like when every time we leave the build, you know, we build up all this momentum, and then it just kind of like slows things down. And
I think that was the biggest one for me. The back and forth has been really hard.
like almost living in two different worlds. Like
Yeah.
we love sailing on Delos, and the cruising lifestyle is so amazing, and spending time with Sierra is incredible, and the swimming and just the life. But our heads are also not 100% in the game. I don't feel like our heads are still back building the boat, and I feel like constantly
We're in too many places.
Yeah,
It's
we're
just
pulled
too
between
many
two different worlds.
stuff going on, and I think we kind of sat down the other day and we're like, what actually feels right in our hearts, you know?
Yeah.
And I think both of us just straight, should we just say it?
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel a bit nervous saying it, but then it's like set in stone and we have to do it now. But I think we decided.
Yep, the time has come. But for those of you eager to know the decision, you have to wait until the very end, because there's a mountain of work to get through in this episode before we spill the beans.
All right, well, the JB weld hardened up nice, and now I'm just taking this file and I'm just making it to the shape of the brush. I'm getting very close. I'm going to install the springs. Of course, I'll have to clean up the outside so it'll fit, but it's not perfect, but hopefully it'll last a couple of weeks. That's all we need. Okay, here it is. The side that wore out, the brush was much longer than the other one, so I put the longer brush on the side that was melted, which is this side, but you can see it. I'll just depress it like it would be against the exciter, so it should sit kind of like that. And then the exciter, of course, rotates like this. When it gets in there, it has less play, and there shouldn't be very much friction on it, so I'm hoping it'll work just enough to get us somewhere. What do you think about that?
Oh, wow.
So very gently pushing on that.
Okay, cool.
But see how this one is shorter than that one? This is the one that wore out. And then that melted. And so what I've done is I've JB welded it and filed it, and I think it should sit
It should be okay.
down like that. It just needs to provide a little bit of pressure against that rotating ring, right?
Okay.
So I'm gonna put it in and we'll see. Fingers crossed.
I'm a bit nervous.
If it works, it's gonna be freaking amazing.
I mean,
We're gonna celebrate.
I am so impressed with your fixing skills, Brian, but if this works,
It's just gonna be silly.
you are like insane.
That's what she said.
Is it pretty complicated system?
It's got a lot of control systems on it, but I labeled each wire, so I just labeled it like 1, 2, 3, and then a matching one, and
Oh, when you
know,
took it apart.
ground breaker top, or like circuit breaker top, circuit breaker bottom, insulator, ground. I'd labeled everything. So now it's just a matter of hooking things up.
Yeah.
I've almost got it. There's 3 mysterious wires that I found. I'm a little bit hesitant that this brush is going to work because that one is so small.
Yeah.
But I do have that part on the way. But I'm going to try it anyway. I'm making progress.
Okay.
While I was working on the generator, the girls went for a little discovery snorkel around the reefs. I first came to Fiji more than 14 years ago, and I still remember how breathtaking it was beneath the surface. Swimming through these coral gardens feels like drifting inside a perfect saltwater fish tank. Colors, textures, and light everywhere. The fish swirl right around you, unafraid, just sharing the same space. And now, seeing Sierra experience it with us, taking it all in, reminding me just how magical and precious this underwater world truly is, and how lucky I am to be sharing it with her. Seeing her become a little mermaid before our own eyes is truly remarkable.
Okay.
Here goes nothing, Kaz.
Oh my god, I'm so nervous. I'm holding my thumbs.
You holding your thumbs?
Yes. Oh.
There it is.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, it would have stopped right away. Let's go check the voltage. Ooh, it's very smooth. There's low vibration, right? Yeah, 220 volts, 50 hertz.
Oh my god, Brian, I can't believe you did it!
I know.
What?
Pulled that one off, huh?
How proud of yourself are you?
I'm gonna make myself a big old margarita now. Have some tacos. All right, let's get out of here now.
It's so quiet.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much vibration that broken plate caused. I guess that makes
Yeah.
sense. It was really loud. It would rattle the whole boat.
I know, and we were kind of like, it didn't used to be like
Like,
this.
what's wrong with this thing? I thought something was banging against the case. It was just the generator. That is such, okay,
Oh my
good.
god, Brian, I can't
I
believe.
spent a whole week on that, and imagine if it didn't work. I wonder how long it's going to work for, though, because those
Yeah.
brushes are just held in there with JB weld.
Yeah,
It's just got to last 2 weeks.
I know. Holy,
Okay.
that's incredible.
I'm going to turn it off.
Yes. Like,
So
I
happy.
turned it off before.
I'm going to turn it off before it breaks.
Whoa, I mean, I know that Brian can fix things, and I always have a lot of faith in him, and he's absolutely amazing. But that generator, I have to admit that I was skeptic when I saw it a week ago, when it was literally split in half and was throwing a bunch of different errors. So that is just, yeah, I'm extremely impressed and also extremely relieved, because it means that we can buckle up and get out of here and yeah, just start moving. It's amazing. And I think it's gonna be a nice sunset, so I might just film it.
Ah, what a few days it's been. Lots of sweat and even some blood. But then that incredible feeling of satisfaction as well. I think I almost enjoy the challenge of cobbling something together in the middle of nowhere, as opposed to being in civilization where I could just order parts. It's incredibly fulfilling and very satisfying. And then at the end of the day, you get to climb to the top of the island, overlooking an incredible scene, and share a few beers with friends over sunset. A few laughs, a few stories that gradually get more and more boisterous as the beers flow. That's cruising life. It's moments like these that replenish our soul and prepare us for the next challenge.
So we're gonna take a little break from all the planning and all the boat work, And actually, the marina has organized like a little local food experience, which I think is going to be super, super cool. It's going to be cooking it in a lovo, which is like an underground oven. And there's also talk about kava ceremony. So we did kava like ages ago when we were in this area, I guess 14 years ago. But yeah, so this will be pretty fun, and we'll see if we can eat some good food. Are you excited? Sierra, what are you doing? Okay, let's go up there and see what we'll find.
This was exactly what we needed. A day out like this to clear our minds after all the hard work we've poured into Delos. In Fiji, tradition runs deep. It starts with the kava ceremony, a powdered root mixed with water and passed around in a carved wooden bowl. It's not just a drink, it's a welcome.
It's not clapping in a rugby field, it's a cup clap, a lumber. It has a hollow sound. Clap once, receive the bowl, say bula, and gulp it right down the hatch. Bottoms up.
One clap.
Oh, one clap. Sorry.
It's like bula
Right
ray.
down.
Bula.
Are you drink with one hand or two hands?
Mama, what was it like? Did it taste okay?
It was kind of salty.
Salty.
Then there's the lovo, food wrapped in leaves, buried with hot stones, left to slowly cook until the air fills with that earthy, smoky smell.
Can you taste the lovo?
This is really good. Might be my favorite. The leaf that we made, like the leaf
cream
with the
inside?
coconut cream, so good.
And when the sun goes down, the ceremony begins. Drums, chants, and dancing that tell stories older than anyone here can remember.
Oh
From the way they're celebrated to the meaning behind them, we enjoyed every bit of it, and we know how lucky we are to be welcomed right into it.
We're gonna sail Delos to Australia. It feels right. It feels right for so many reasons because we get Delos there. It to me it closes the loop on like this part of the trip, and you know we can get her all cleaned out and we can move our stuff off and we can put her someplace safe and secure. And then if we have to do work or fix her up, I don't have to fly to Fiji. And we're so close on the build now. It just feels like, you know, it's like almost like ripping off a band-aid. Instead of doing it little by little, we just need to like close this part of the trip.
End this chapter.
And Delos should continue to sail.
Yeah.
Like she shouldn't sit in a marina, she shouldn't sit in a yard. She should be out sailing around with a couple or a family that's gonna take her on the next adventure.
Yeah.
That's what she's meant to do.
Exactly. And I think for me too, like it would be really nice because when we sail to Australia, like I will finish my circumnavigation.
I was just gonna mention that.
Yay!
Kaz is gonna finish her circuit. Not even that.
It is really cool.
The entire world by the perhaps longest and slowest route possible. But you made it.
Yay! Finally, after 14 years. No, but it just feels kind of nice. Like that would be our,
nice.
like end of this chapter, and it feels good. And we can take our time then to kind of,
move
get our
aboard,
stuff
say
off.
goodbye to her.
It feels
Sierra's
better.
gonna be bummed, of course.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard. But
So we have another sail. It's about 1,500 miles to Australia.
yeah,
But we have some time in Fiji to kind of enjoy our last cruising weeks on Delos.
Yeah.
And that's it.
we made this decision. You know when you're like sitting on a decision and you almost feel like there's so much, and when you make the decision, it feels such a relief.
Yeah,
like
we
then you can
definitely
just start planning towards
We didn't
that.
rush into it, and now we can
No.
start making plans.
Yeah,
It's a
which
little
was
sad
good.
also
I
to
know.
know that our last sale is coming up,
Yeah.
but it does feel like the right call,
Yeah.
and it'll be nice. It'll be a great sale.
Yeah. We're excited to kind of share this last little chapter on Delos with you guys too.
That's it. That's our news, and
We're doing it.
I love you.
Okay. Let's go.
Well, that felt better than expected. Finally, no more second guessing. So with no time to waste, we start planning our route towards Musket Cove, the last stop before the big crossing that awaits us on our sail to Australia.
It's a very beautiful village.
Very friendly.
To just come back to a place where you were 14 years.
14 years ago.
And I have an amazing picture of Brian laying on the sand and with the.
Very much younger self.
We're
I'm
still
excited
kind of
to
the
be
same.
here,
We
though.
still have the same boat.
We're still got the same boat. Still basically the same.
I know.
Oh, it's still filming. I did not do anything with M&M's on passage. Makes me kind of glad to have a suitcase generator that I could just go buy for $1,000 when this happens.
Oh, wait, Sierra, there's very dirty out here.
What are you doing?
Destroying Delos' cockpit.
Good question.
I wonder how dirty.
We got it fully under control, can't you tell?
She's talking to Sierra.
Oh, I thought you were talking the grown men who are grunting at this alternator.
This last one's being a real
Last screw.
awful. I hate boats. Don't take it from me. Why are we doing this?
Living the dream, Brian, living the dream.
Okay, now I'm gonna get that fucker off.
When we were in French Polynesia, like Brian wore a Tyvek suit like a crazy person, and he had water pooled in his ankles in the Tyvex. Like he took it out, a puddle came out. It was disgusting.
Holy!
That's good, huh?
I don't want to get out of here and sail.
Well, you want to just stay here at the dock?
Yeah, me and. Oh, come on. Get over here.
What did you learn today?
This iPad.
What once felt impossible is finally happening before our eyes. What once felt is what once felt impossible. Oh my God, what's wrong with my mouth? It won't move like it's supposed to. Watch that and show us what it does.
What's it doing?
Watch it. It's one of those. Watch.
I am at the toad.
Touch it. Is that fun?
Woohoo!